The area that I'm interested in is helping young players reach their potential, whether that potential is climbing the steps of the Hogan Stand to lift an All-Ireland or going on to play and stay in the game at more recreational levels. And I'm really interested in helping coaches develop an environment that supports that ability to convert young people's ability into talent. We talk about the pathway as a rocky road to success, and that young players will experience a range of challenges, but within and outside their sport, as they progress from their introduction to their end stage of involvement. And within that, we talk about competition, challenge and coaching. And one of the things in terms of challenge is that we look at challenge as a really positive feature of young players developing when they use that challenge as an episode of growth. So getting coaches to challenge all players within their team to reach their potential, making the experience fun but challenging as well to get them to realise that potential. Then we talk about the role of competition. I think this is a really important one for coaches. Of course, sport is about competition at the end of the day. It's about winning and losing, and that's why we do it. But we often use competition for underage players in the same way as we use it for senior performers. And that is to find out who's the best on any given day. But that mightn't actually be the best diet for young players. So what I'd really urge coaches, especially those working with underage players, but maybe also across the whole pathway, is to think about the purpose of coaching and with the developmental focus. How can we use coaching as a learning experience to get people better for the long term, to develop the player of tomorrow, rather than just judging the player of today? One of the interesting things when we look across the GAA is the lack of female participation in coaching, especially at more elite levels. So we see a lot of female coaches coaching at grassroots, at underage within clubs, but less representation when we go into county and into senior structures. In fact, we see lots of male coaches coaching our underage female and senior female teams. I think it's really important for both the GAA and the LGFA and Camogie to try and support female coaches to bridge that gap and to support them to aspire to coach at the highest level, because that would be a real benefit to young female players and also young male players, in that it doesn't have to be male with male and female with female. There's some really good examples of female coaches within the GAA that are coaching at a really high level in male sports, and I think we need to encourage that more.